Hi, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. I'm Debbie. Now, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be reading for January 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So there's those ones again, January 1st month. So we have 110, 111. So new beginnings, new beginnings. Well, we can only hope, and we hope that it's going down the right track. Okay. Anyway, when I'm doing the week reading, when I'm doing it for Monday through Thursday, I use my Radley Valentine decks. This is the Archangel Tarot cards, and these are the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I will also use the Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies from Frances Monroe and Judy Mastrangelo, and then my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for this is the introduction, and some people have been asking me on the other videos, where is the introduction? So I think I am going to put the introduction back on to the videos, and we'll do a little survey to see which one you really like better. But anyway, and I'll also put the timestamp. So if you're new to my channel, look down, wait a minute, let's do this. Look down right over there in the description, and I will have the timestamp so you can bypass, or if you cross watch, you'll be able to just bypass the introduction. I hope you watch the introductions at least one time. The ones since the new year have been pretty powerful, the introductions. So in fact, I think that the one that was in the transition from 22 to 23 actually gave a longer just longer happenings, what's going on in the world, and also what's going to go on for certain signs too. There's a lot happening. March again seems to be the big month. Okay, now couple of things. Now, like I said, I am going to be doing my for a little bit of a reading. I will use my Waite Rider tarot cards and traditional tarot cards and the Good Tarot from Colette Baron Reid. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I'm a Reiki 3 master. I've also been attuned to Karuna, Reiki, and other things too, angelic inspiration. So I have a lot of different things that I do. But remember again, this is general reading, may or may not resonate. So let's see what's going on just in the stars itself. I have been talking about that March. So we have the 10th. Okay, we have the 10th. Venus, which is in Aquarius, will be trining, which is in Mars. Will be trining Mars, which is in Gemini. Now, Mars has been going retrograde, but it's just about to go direct. And you have to think about it as this. When it's ready to change up its course, when it's ready to do its U-turn, it has to stop. It's a little bit more focused. So this is what we would call stationary retro, or once we get to the point of it actually getting into its turn, then it would be stationary direct. So there's a lot of power, a lot of energy going with this Mars and Gemini type of, situation. Gemini, Mars has been in Gemini, for quite a while, and it went retrograde in October, last day, I think the October 30th. So October 30th, so we have November, December, a little bit of January, 2 months, 15 days, give or take. And so it's going to take that long to get where it needs to be. So, once Mars goes direct, and that is in the 13th of January, once it gets into that Mars going direct, I believe that it's actually in March, end of March, I can't remember the date per se, that it will be going into Cancer, which we're still feeling the effects of the Cancer full moon. So interesting stuff. Mars does have a lot to do with Scorpio energy, but I always connect it with Aries more because, Greek, Roman, whatever you want to say, god of war, there's an aggressive side with Mars. Gemini, air energy. So interesting stuff. Then we have on the 19th, Mercury going direct in Capricorn. But back to the 7th, was it the 7th that I was saying? No, the 10th, where Venus, 8 degrees in Aquarius, is trining with Mars, 8 degrees in Gemini. And, remember, the numbers are important. The numbers do have information to give. 8 is unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. So it could be really pushing something forward, and that would be, what would I say? That would be more on that 10th energy, that 10th day. And again, we've got all these ones, ones, and new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. So let's see what we have going on in the world per se. I do pray, meditate, ask God, Source, Holy Spirit to help me, and like I said, I'm an intuitive channeler. I just open my mouth and whatever comes out, comes out. So let's see what we have going on here. Let's see. Let's take a break. Let's take a rest, I should say. But I know that whenever the energies have been very strong, I feel like I have had too much coffee, which I really don't drink a lot of. So energies are very strong. Probably the same for you, especially with this full moon. And let's go ahead and cut again. Just cut again. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Remember that anything reversed has a little stronger energy, and court cards have dual energies. So first card is, we have the Hanged Man, and this is a 12. So we have, we're coming up to January 12th, so there could be something going on with that. We have that 1, new beginning, 10, transitional energy, and a 2, which is decisions to make, choices. Which way do we go? And that's really, and then 1 plus 2 is a 3, celebration, and also creativity too. But the Hanged Man is looking at things differently. There's new information. There's new perspective. Now, when we start to go more into the Aquarius energy, there will be a lot of things opening up more and more. Saturn has been trying to do that. Saturn and, because I've been talking about Saturn and Aquarius, and Saturn went into Aquarius, but Saturn and Aquarius has been trying to open eyes, has been trying to, to show pathways to people. The Hanged Man, this is a time, this is a week where new thoughts will be coming, new ideas. It's a new energy here. It's a, hey, you know what? The old way hasn't been working. Maybe we need to try something new. Okay, next card is, now we have the Lover's energy. Now this could be with that Mars and Venus. And Mars and Venus, even they're trined, and Mars and Venus are in fact lovers. And if we go with the mythology, they do like to be with each other. So they're trining with each other. They're trying to create a better relationship. But Mars is a little bit abrasive, and Venus is a little bit narcissistic. So it's going to be an interesting time with that. Major Arcana, again, we have a 6. 6 is the number of man. So it's the energies you put into something. It's relationships. There is also, there could be some blessings upon the relationships. We're seeing that. And the Lover's energy, the Lover's card is never a clear-cut energy. It's not necessarily something that says, oh yes, this wonderful relationship has begun, or that this wonderful relationship will continue. It's actually, I'm kind of getting this as, we're going to have to look at our relationships. Now, this is, again, worldview. So I'm not saying that individuals have to look, but this is going to be, let's look at how we're handling things. Let's look at how we're, are we being good neighbors? Are we being good stewards? Are we being the people that we are meant to be? So something, very strong relationship energy here. Not saying that everything's going to be hunky-dory. Again, it's looking at things a little differently. In fact, we may find a little stubbornness between the two, and kind of like, I've been through enough changes in my life. I don't want to do any more changes. But I kind of feel that the Hanged Man and the Lovers is going to bring more changes. So let's see our next card. Oh, but we do love this card. Again, we have a 6. So we have a 12, and if you think of that, that's a that's a 2 times 6. So we have a 6, we have another 6. Now we have Pentacle energy. Pentacle energy is our earth energy. It is our Capricorn. We're in Capricorn right now. Taurus. what was it, around the 23rd or so, Uranus will be going direct in Taurus, and that will be clearing things out a little bit more. And it's also our Virgo. It's our money, job, career energy. So we have, we have this person giving money to these people who are asking for money. They're like, please help me, please give me money. He comes along and he has the money. He wants to give the money. So the Six of Pentacles is about money coming in, especially covering a need, covering, maybe a debt. The other thing is what I love about the Six of Pentacles on my other cards, my angel cards, it's always unexpected money. So there's money, there could be money coming in this week that, that is totally unexpected. The big thing is the relationships and looking at things a little bit differently. It's this is, remember, I've been talking about in the introductions, I've been talking about Saturn is about to transition into Pisces. And Saturn, this reality versus illusion energy is really trying to, it's trying to like almost like dump a cold bucket of water on people's heads. And it's kind of like saying, see what you have to see. But at the same time, no matter what is going on in the world around you, you still have to live your day-to-day life. And it is a time where I'm going to say, this is a time not to be afraid. This is a time to, just keep going forward. And so we've got the Hangman, new perspective, lovers, something with our relationships going on here, unexpected money coming in. So it's an interesting time, but, these people are coming to this person, or did this person come to them? It's just an interesting time right now. A lot of major arcana energy going on, and when it's major arcana, that's universal God source energy going on. Okay, let's go on to, we'll pull one from our Colette Baron read, the Good Tarot, and see, higher power, what else would you like to say to our people, to everyone out there? What else is there for this week? Here we go. Transformation, kind of what I was telling you about, the bucket of cold water. So the transformation card, this is a 13. We have a 1, 0 again. We have a 3. We talked about that. 1 plus 3 is a 4. And there is that is stabilization, leadership, organization. The transformation card, this is again major arcana, is the Death card. Now the Death card is not one to be worried about. Well, it's one to keep your eyes open and be aware of, but it's not one to say, oh my gosh, why is this happening? What's going on? The transformation says that there is a period of time that is changing. There is something that is ending in order for you to go forward, in order for there to be a rebirth, in order for there to be this transformation that's needed. So this is a very interesting energy. Again, keep your eyes open, look at things a little differently, the relationships, and then we have transformation. Now, I'm looking at the dates, so we have 9, 10, 11, 12. So then this will bring us to a Friday the 13th, which has never been a scary date for me, but this does have this transition change. Think of the the caterpillar is now about to leave the cocoon, and all this time, now it's time for it to, however it breaks out, the metamorphosis has been done, the metamorphosis is complete, and he sheds his old life and he begins his new. So interesting energies for this week. Like I said, as we go into it, March is going to be a big month. Again, I would suggest that you go back and look at the other introductions, at least for 2023, because they were, to me, I thought they were pretty interesting. So this week looks very interesting too. All right, so do me a favor. Again, I'm going to post the videos, tag this on top of the videos or in front of the videos. But do me a favor, please do me a favor. Please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. I'd really appreciate it if you did. I do need to get my views up a little bit more. I might have to make some changes, which I don't want to do, but I do need to get things moving. Okay, so again, too, if you stop watching, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye. Hello, my Cancer. So tonight, because I'm doing this on the 6th, is your full moon. So, it's 6th, 7th, depending on where you're living, but it's your full moon. There's a lot of spirituality around you right now, my Cancers, and I'm not sure if this is part of the review and contemplate type of energy, if this is your hermit energy, but there's going to be some major choices coming. So I would suggest really praying, meditating, and, just kind of opening your arms to these opportunities, okay? So it feels but it's also, like I said, it's a very spiritual energy that I am connecting with around you. So I hope that you're connecting with your higher power so that you can have some guidance on what needs to be your next steps. Okay, let's see. Higher power, what would you like to say? What are the next steps for Cancers? What would you like to say to Cancers? What's the energies going to be like for Cancers? Where are we going with Cancers? Here we go. Remember, new moons are new seasons, so it's a really lovely time. Emotional. It's always emotional, but full moons. Well, new moons are new seasons too. Full moons are also part of that new seasons. Anyway, let's see. All of these are reversed. Again, I feel a very strong emotional, spiritual energy around you. Let's see what we've got coming up for this week. First card is the Page of Raphael. So pages, all the court cards have dual energies. Just say that. Page's underlying energy is earth energy. It is pentacle energy. It is money, job, career energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But Raphael is your energy. It's water energy. It's fluid. It's emotional energy. It's spiritual energy. It's Scorpio, and it's also Pisces energy. So it's very like looking forward into the future, looking to say that things are happening. It's almost like you've been freed. It's almost like the gates have opened up and now opportunities are here. Now, one of the opportunity could be and I don't necessarily go there. I'm not necessarily talking about I hate this part anyway. I don't like to talk about romantic energies and romantic possibilities because, how many times can we change a romance? But this has a deeply committed, a renewing of a romantic energy or a renewing of wanting to get out and embrace a romantic energy. Okay? So it's a very positive, and when you're ready for something like that, it's like you're a magnet and it comes to you. Now, one of the things I want you to also put out there is if this is something that you've been wanting to do, little prayer that I did or my husband did, and, asking God, source, to bring that right person into your life and let them love you. My husband always says, he loves to tell the story that right before we met, he asked God to bring someone that will love him half as much as he could love them. I usually say, and I do, honey. No, not, a little bit more. But you want someone to love you twice as much as you can love them, because my Cancers, you do have a loving energy. You do love deeply. So they need to love you maybe a smidge more than you love them back, okay? But not in the crazy way. Not in the crazy. I go down there now. So here, I've given you my romantic reading, and this is why. Not in the crazy way. Not in the narcissistic way. Not in the stalker way, okay? We want someone healthy, mentally and spiritually healthy. Okay, sorry, just had to put that out there with you. Okay, so the Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, and open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insight. So coming back, so you yourself are just going to be emitting a very positive spiritual vibe. So maybe you do have to watch the other ones around you. Maybe there is some filtering that needs to be done. Like I said, we want healthy, loving relationships for my Cancers. Anyway, next card, reversed again, is that leap of faith. All right, so something is changing. I told you, something's changing for you. So we have a 0 energy, God source energy. This is the Fool card. This is the one that's running off the mountain. But is the Fool really running off the mountain? If we look at the, the traditional tarot, there's things that we don't see. Maybe the Fool is going where he's being directed, and there's going to be, it's a step for him, so we don't really know. To us, it looks like a leap of faith. To us, it looks kind of crazy. But when you're called to do something, or when you're really connected with the spiritual, and it's like, no, I want you to do this, it doesn't have to make sense to other people. So something's going on here. This is a leap of faith. This is that Fool energy. Archangel Metatron, believed to have been Enoch before the flood, talked with God. Real good buddies, and then transformed into the heavens. So believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. It's been a while since you've been able to do that, my Cancers. Anyway, last card here, the 6 of Michael. So you have a 0660. 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into something. Michael is air energy. Remember, we got all that, air energy right around your full moon. We have, Mars in Gemini. It's like, here's your full moon, and Mars is kind of like this, okay? And then, we have then Saturn, which is kind of like that. It's like, it's not quite on it, but it's like, it's sandwiching it. So as it gets almost to the fullness, Mars in Gemini is right there, and then as it's just starting to get into the waning part, Saturn is right there for you too. Illusions being truth and illusions. So air energy in itself is, and then we have Libra. Air energy is thought processes, thinking things through, making some plans, hearing some news, okay? So it's really, you might be hearing news that there's freedom ahead. The 6 of Michael is a freedom energy. It's the, here, we'll just talk about it. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. It's a sense of freedom. It's a sense of release. It's a sense of relief. Okay? So there's something, and now granted, this is coming off of your full moon, but we still have that full moon energy, especially on that 9th. So that things are starting to move again. Things are, there's new opportunities happening, new seasons happening. Okay, let's see. Guardian angels for my Cancers. What would you like to tell them? Yeah, I love your energy. There's a renewal, a sense of renewal here. Okay, we have our 2 of abundance falling out. And the 2 is choices, crossroads, so 62260. Abundance is our earth energy. It is It is what I said, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So this is kind of getting your equilibrium again. This is there was something, okay, well, life may be feeling a little out of balance right now. You could be working multiple jobs or trying to make a change to your dream career. It's important to keep things light and stay in touch with your inner child. Make your work as playful as possible. Multitasking with a positive attitude brings success. So there is kind of like your equilibrium, and sometimes my Cancers, it's like when things are starting to go good, it's kind of like we start to wait for the shoe to drop, and so it just doesn't feel necessarily like we're in balance. Well, this is saying to you, yeah, it's acknowledging that things don't necessarily feel imbalanced, but you have the ability to make those changes. You have the ability to be joyful. You have the ability to laugh again. Okay? Okay, so tell me what that all meant to you, my Cancers. It's interesting for you, but there's that now. There's that dreamy energy. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Inspirational wisdom from our angels and fairies for my Cancers. What do we have for our Cancers here? Okay, here we go. Oh, I love this one. This one's reversed. Follow your shining star. Follow your instincts and then be resolute in what you're doing, knowing that you are supported by angels. Ooh, I love that. Follow your shining star, leap of faith. Things are transitioning. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You may not necessarily feel like it is, but it is. And then we have dreamy Raphael, page of Raphael. Just feeling a little off-kiltered? Well, a lot of possibilities are opening up for you, my Cancers. Okay, let's see what we've got going here. Crystals or energies for my Cancers too. What would be good for my Cancers? What would be good? What would be good? Let's see. Reversed. This has been popping up a whole lot, and it doesn't feel like it. No, there's no edges to it. So sometimes it's not wrinkly. Titanium rainbow quartz is a combination between what's man-made and what's nature-made. So it's a good mix for that. Awakening all chakras, ultimate manifestation, vibrancy, and a powerful shift. So, this has been popping up in a lot of the readings. Oh, here, let's put it there. So that's why, if you know what's in your birth chart and stuff, that's why I say cross-watch, because there might be some connections. Anyway, my Cancers, I like it. A lot of possibilities for you. Things opening up. Anyway, my Cancers, do me a big favor. Please do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. It really helps increase views, and I really need the views to increase in order for me to continue doing it the way I'm doing it. Okay, so it would be very helpful. If I change, I will let you know when that's coming. Okay, most important part though, my Cancers, and as always, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.